The name of my project is MathMax. This is a game I created using Pygame. The game is built on Pygame, which is a Python library used to develop games. The science concept in this project is programming. I used the Atom editor to write the code. Atom is an IDE that lets you, write code. So, let's start with the flowchart. So over here we have the flowchart. So the program starts. Over here we generate 2 random numbers and we pick a random operator from an array of operators. So here we refresh the question and we don't play the result because there is no result at the start. Then it displays what you've chosen, the question, and it will let the user type in the answer. Then it checks, is the answer correct? If yes, it is, then it will reduce the mob health. And then it will look at, is the mob HP equal to 0? If it's not, then it will go back and refresh the question and clear the result. It does the same thing. And then, is mob HP equal to 0? Yes, then you win. And then ends the program. If the answer is not correct though, then it reduces the player HP. And then it looks at, is the player HP equal to 0? If no, then it will go back and display the question to the user, not refresh it. It has to give the user another chance to get it right. If yes, it will keep doing that until the player HP goes to 0. Then, sadly, it's game over. Program ends. Okay. Now, I'll show you the main parts in the code. So, right down here, we have a game loop, we have a while running loop, and this is basically the main game loop. Now down here, in the process input, we are basically have the main heart of the program. So we are checking if the answer provided by the user is a number. So here we're checking if the answer provided by the user is a number, or the player is a number. And if it is, then it will go to the next condition. If it's not, then it will just attack the player, because it's not a number, and it's wrong. And if it is, then it compares, is the input actually the same as the answer calculated? If yes, then it'll attack the mob and reduce the mob's HP, and then it will clear the input, and then it will update the questions. So right here in the questions, over here, the update function has an array which has 3 operators, like times, plus, and take away. So in this variable, it will randomly pick one of these operators. Then, if the operator is times, it will do this. If the operator is plus, then it will do this. If the operator is minus, though, it will always make sure that the first number is actually greater than the second number. Because if the second number is greater, you have a negative number. Now, I will show you pretty much the whole game. So we have 2 worlds in the game menu. If you can click day or night, My personal favorite is, well, night. So I'm going to pick night first. So over here, the main objective is to fight Mathematica and win. If you don't win, like it says in the flowchart, you will, well, if you get your HP to 0, then you will, well, lose. I've added animation, as you can see. If I do 60, he still has a smiley face. Now, if I answer this correctly, now you can see his face has changed. I answered this correctly. T1. Then his face is still like that. Now watch his face. Now watch his face. It's a frown now. And it also works for me, so if I get it wrong, then it will do the same for me. And if I get it right, dun dun dun, I just won. Now I'm going to show you the retry screen. So I'm going to go to day this time. And day is also a really good one if I do 78, which is not the answer. And then it says game over and you have to retry. And they're all happy again. And the question remains the same because, well, if you change the question, it's sort of like cheating. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the music. So let's turn up the volume to full. And I'm going to show you the music. So that is the music. I created the game music using a violin. So the main reason I created the game was to make learning maths fun. And thank you for your time.